Let Dan and Brad take over. Hey guys, how's your Wednesday?
Hey Scott, thank you very much for the wonderful intro. Brad, how's your audio?
Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Boy, these Wednesdays are coming up quickly, aren't they?
As we get older, they come up more quickly. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Trade Ideas Q&A webinar. I got a great presentation for you, partly because, Brad, I don't think today's going to be too long. We've been covering a lot of information, so we're just going to jump right into it. First of all, Trade Ideas should not be construed as a financial advice company. We are not registered financial advisors, and none of the information that you're going to hear from myself, Brad, Barry, Scott, or anyone associated with Trade Ideas should be construed as financial advice. Once again, we are not financial advisors, and this is for your educational and informational purposes only. Okay. Really quick, a lot of you already know this, but just for those that are new, we are probably the premier vendor of fintech information in the world, Brad? I think so.
I think you could say that and feel comfortable with it.
Maybe let me rephrase that, in the realm. Yes, I like the way that sounds better. We are the #1 vendor of information because we make our own data, and unlike the things like Bloomberg and Reuters and Benzinga, we are best at what we do, which is real-time opportunity detection and identification and assistance in risk management for you. We give you ideas that you can execute into trades. You can learn from these ideas in simulated trading mode, and we help you to become your own captain, the captain of your own financial ship. That is why we're going to be, going to update the slide, we're going to be 5 years running on the Inc. 5000 fastest growing privately held companies. You are our venture capitalists. All of this is done without one red cent of venture capital, and we have been in business since 2003. I want to do a quick announcement for a policy change too, which is something you're going to hear about, and this isn't really relevant to you, but I just want to put it out there so that you know we are changing our refund policy, and we are going to a no refund policy. Let me explain why, as maybe some of you are like, oh, in shock. Lots of vendors out there do 5-day free trials, let you try things out, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we've been in this business for since 2003, many years. And again, we only want the customers who are certain that they need trade ideas and aren't afraid to try it out for a month. Even if they're not sure, they should be able to try it out for a month, and if they don't like it, cancel. So again, we're kind of going into the same realm as Bloomberg. They don't have any refund policies. If you want Bloomberg, you pay for it. So we're kind of doing the same thing. Okay, let's jump right into it. I've done some of these slides before, but this is going to be a shortened slide presentation. Sometimes you cannot just tell them, you have to show them. This is what we're doing today. We're going to talk about timing and how our software is a little bit smarter than our competitors through simple things. So I'm going to minimize the presentation and jump right into it. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, first of all, Brad, I just upgraded to the very latest version, so who the heck knows if everything's going to be perfect, but just FYI, everything that you're seeing is in our container, our new container windows, including this channel bar. I'm going to do a little channel surfing, which I usually don't do that often, but I'm going to now. But I'm going to jump into this channel right here, which should get a lot more coverage. Okay, so this is our Stocks I Like channel, and throughout the course of making presentations to you guys on Wednesdays, I highlight this, but I want to spend more time on it because this goes sort of towards, well, why is Trade Ideas so good, or what are they doing that's better than their competitors, etc. One of the things is that our software is working with you. And what we mean by that is, as you are looking at information, and I'm going to pull up a stock that I don't have in this Stocks I Like channel, and you can see that we have this heart here. And this heart, much like if you are on some social media, is like a thumbs up on Facebook or the heart on Twitter. tells the software that you're interested in this stock. So I'm looking at this pattern right here on the daily, and Brad, do you know what I say to myself?
Myself.
So I'm not that interested. So I ignore, and I'm going to go to another stock. And this one, I'm a little bit more interested in because, as I've discussed this with all of you before, I like patterns where I see a large move up, then the pullback. So again, I'm not risking chasing this maneuver. This happened all in one day. And consolidation, 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 and consolidation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click like, and now this stock is going to start appearing in various windows on this page, stocks that I like. I can sort this by position in range for 20 days, up or down. I can see which stocks that I've looked at that are still weak. For example, here's one, BWX Technologies. Now, just for example, and for talking purposes, I can say to myself, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about this. Again, I'm just doing some adjustments here. And again, every window you can grab. Maybe I was wrong about this, and I'm gonna say, not interested anymore. Now it's removed, and once the system updates, this stock will disappear. I'm gonna add another stock, ORPH. So this one, I think I discussed over the last webinar, and what a fantastic move. I actually bought it here. It ran up to 24, and I gotta be honest, Brett, I did absolutely nothing. I should have sold it and taken some profits, but again, I'm more of a longer term investor. I'm gonna zoom in here. And I bought it at like 10, it pulled back hard, I got caught in this gap down, I sold for a point loser and just kind of, was just watching it. And then I noticed today it started to move and I bought it back right around 6:30 and now it's 7:44. And once again, you guys have seen this before. I talk about it all the time. It's a strategy that is known to many. It's called mean reversion. And here I am, I'm going to highlight the stock by liking it. And once again, here it is. So the other thing I'm going to point you to, and this is without indicators, without AI, even without any kind of simulated trading just yet, because I want to keep it very simple. Most of the time, the paralysis by analysis mistake is something that happens in software trading, and stock trading, where people just think too much. This is a problem in all professional sports. In fact, people in the performance field say you got to turn off your mind. Stop thinking. The mind is good for some things, but it's not good for other things. Stop thinking and thinking and thinking. What you're doing is you're removing yourself from the flow state of now and not performing. So
Dan, I've been watching this MRIN popping through your MyLight symbols, and so you're not showing any after hours on that one. Boy, I bet if you bring in some after hours, you're on that 15-minute chart, you're going to see some interesting stuff. We'll do it on the 15-minute down below.
This one?
No, the chart below, your 15-minute chart. Yeah, and just go to properties and turn on your post market.
Time frame, properties. Right up the show for the software.
There you go. Sorry about it. I didn't want to kind of screw up your flow, but as I was coming through, there was some real world action that kind of goes with that, and that's really what our software is about. And after hours, we don't get an often opportunity to show this. So,
Brad, thank you. I need to be a little bit quicker on this. It's not that I don't know this stuff, but sometimes Brad is so advanced. But yes, these are the percentage moves, of course, that we think about and talk about. And this stock, I believe, was in my stocks that I like. And let me see if we can
it is. Yeah, it was coming through that alert window, your MyLight symbol stream.
So, Brad, here is the same kind of pattern, just a little bit longer term in the consolidation. And you guys, this is something I discussed last time. And I'm just saying again, this is something you should all look for. It's very easy to miss this, but it's really nice to catch it on these types of consolidation type moves. And here you are now right back here with volume. So that means some news came out. Let's see if we know. And I don't know if this is the integrates with
I think that's probably right there.
Right, so you can click on this, and of course this will launch a browser that tells you the news story of what's going on. You can read it, and this is part of what makes Trade Ideas so good, is that it's all integrated, that you can catch all of this yourself, very easy to do. And once again, I'm not spending a lot of time configuring and trying to figure out indicators and things like that. As you guys know, I've said many times, it's not that I'm not a fan of technical analysis per se, but technical analysis is just a descriptive term used to describe price action. And the more crap that you put on your chart, the harder it is to read. I like what my eyes tell me, and my eyes tell me there was something going on here. It got sort of discounted, and here we are, and the move is reshaping. And like I said, I wish I was in this one. I'm not, but Brad, great move being able to catch it. So something cool is that you can go to the similar tab and go to the competitors, and you can take a look at some of this stuff and see if there's any similarities. And here, you know, I'm gonna like some of these so that I can check this stuff out. Notice, these are pretty big moves. And one of the things I can do is I can set an alarm. And here I'm gonna set it, Brad, remember we were gonna fix this, for 2:22. And I'm gonna say like, M-R-I-N. I like things very, very simple. So here it is, and you can see why I'm doing it. And of course, once I see it, I can grab it and put it right over here above the resistance, zoom out, and you can sort of see what it is that I'm doing. Ideally, your experience with Trade Ideas and your experience in the market should be sort of a free-flowing, easy experience. You should not be underneath the hood tinkering and tinkering and tinkering all the time, okay? So Stuart is asking a question, well, what channel or screen would I have picked up MRN? Same question for DDD at the open. That's a great question, and I think there's a couple of ways you can answer that. Number one, let me go to, see if I missed it or not. There, we have a channel called Post After Hours. So let's take a look at that channel real quick. Okay, so in the change post market, you can kind of take a quick look at dollars. And by the way, I mean, there's some other big players.
Well, I would sort it on percent change post market right there, yeah, because then it comes right to the top. And
right, here's MRI, and this is just this. So there's kind of a routine that Brad and I talk about, which is in the morning, you start in the pre-market channel, you can kind of see what's moving in the pre-market, then you're channel surfing or you're working on your own layout. And then afterwards, you can go to the post-market where this will have caught that move as it was happening, because you can see what's going on. And we also have a column here called change in post-market. So you can see what was up the most, in this case, percentage points, but in terms of dollars, of course, you know, you can see something like this.
I think if you were looking for a move like this during regular market hours, I think the momentum channel is a really good, the Momo momentum channel is a really good channel to spot these type of high volume, consistently making new high type of stocks.
So Brad is sort of showcasing something else that we've done. We're doing a very big cleaning house of all the channels. Some of them are going to be removed because, again, they're not as relevant as they are now. The similar tab, Bert, is on every single stock window. It's right here. So there's a similar tab, insiders, profile, like what does the company do, news, and of course the detail. So anytime you see a stock that's doing something, you can always click on similar, like here, for example, Akiba had a fantastic day today, okay? And this is another one, Brad. If you look at this move right here from 9, big gap down, tried to go up, consolidating, but it's making a move right now on volume. So once again, what am I going to do? What I said before, I'm going to highlight it, and this will allow me to keep a good close eye on it and make sure that if it continues to move, I won't miss it. I can also, of course, set, whoops, so used to the old stuff, click on the bell right here and set this alarm. And just type in continuing to move. What I'm highlighting here is that there are simple things that the software is doing, like the stocks I like, that just allow you to miss fewer things and not have to be constantly looking for the silver bullet of formulas or, again, indicators, or in today's world, it's the guru that you want to follow, which, again, we're not big believers of all of that. We believe our software is your guru. Here's Akiba. Here's the similar for Akiba, and you can look at different stocks that are doing similar things. And sure enough, here they are. BOPH, this is already on my list. And again, you can look at prices. Here's another one. And what I'll do is I'll just like this. LRMR. Once again, like this move right here. And I'm going to set an alarm for it. At 9:11, whoops.
Yeah, the feature's not there yet.
Thank you. Big move up. I consistently work on, in these presentations, aside from interacting with you guys and showcasing all this fantastic functionality that we have, I really want to tell you that we are continuing to innovate, never stopping the innovation process. And through that exercise, we're working to make things simpler for you. You know, last week I showed you what I do and how I use trade ideas in my 401k management. That I manage all my 401k using trade ideas software as idea generation and where I place trades. And I'm not saying, obviously, for you to do this, that's not financial advice, but that's one of the ways that I steer my own ship, how I am a captain of it. And it's given me fantastic results. So once again, the simple combination of stocks that I like and the similar tab, hard to beat this type of power. Okay, so here we have a chance. We're on the Momo Momentum channel, and we have a top list here called low float winners. So low float winners are interesting because these are kind of similar to a meme stock phenomenon, where the float is small, meaning that as soon as it gets an influx of volume, there's a big discrepancy with supply and demand, and usually things start to move. We kind of have very cool things like change over 2 minutes, for example, here, where you can start picking up on things that are starting to go. See what I mean right here? Starting to go. And I'm going to show you something else real quick. So I'm going to highlight this by saying I like it. Okay. You can see this is a signature move for yours truly, and I'm going to put in, Brad, how did it do that? You got the price right. It's amazing. I'm putting the alert on the heavenly trips, the 777s, and saying this looked amazing. And I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to move to something that all of you should start to do. Once again, we're about you being better and beating all the averages, beating all of your competitors, and being the envy of your friends in a good way, you know, where they can see, wow, why is this person doing so well? You can tell them it's trade ideas, and then everybody wins. Okay, so notice that on this similar tab, we have one called competitors, so that's industry, but we have something called price action. And as you can see right here, this move and this move, let's switch it to price action and see what we can find that's interesting, because this is not related necessarily to the industry. Beautiful. You know, Brad, the more I do this when I show it, the more I like it, I have to tell you.
Yeah, it's a
So
good one.
now, I'm going to set this to 10.55 and just simply say Q and A LOVE. Beautiful. So then I'm going to click on IHT. So remember, we talk about pattern recognition, right? There shouldn't really be a surprise. The only surprise is I forgot that I just did that one, right? Or did I already?
It happens, my friend. It happens.
It happens, Brad. Come on. All right, here we go. So this looks a little bit different only because the big up move was right here. So we're a little bit closer to it. So once again, I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go back to IHT. Okay. And I'm going to scroll down here and put in BBBY. So BBBY, I believe, actually is a meme stock. And you can see why it is, and certainly been highlighted on Wall Street Bets and other places. But take a look at this, from 44 to potentially catching this bottom. If I were you guys, this is one I would be seriously looking at. And for me personally, especially as it relates to my 401k, which is what I'm trading, I'm limited by one thing and one thing only, buying power, which I'm usually tapped out in because it's only cash and I don't trade on margin. But if you've got buying power, this looks very, very interesting. What I like about this stuff is, you know, you can buy a couple hundred shares here, right? And your exit is below, you know, 27, 26.50, where if it, then it just means that this downtrend is continuing. So Stuart, we're going to go to IHT. Okay.
I'm assuming he means right after March, right, or after May, right there, huh?
Well, I'm just saying that, remember, the price action, you can go to competitors, you can go to price action. On IHT, this is going to show you, this is your screen, okay? You're going to see this and this move. I mean, there's consolidation right here, but in terms of IHT, okay, there is no consolidation other than this little speck right here, and this is an upturn move.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Dan, I think he's talking about the consolidation that took place all the way up until May right there. And then it broke out on volume. And then we have a lot of different scans that would pick up that kind of breakout right there. That's just stock making continual new highs and doing so on volume. That would be a big relative volume move.
Right. Sorry, I didn't understand, and I see what you're saying. So I want to caution here. Stuart, this is very easy to fall into this, and I would say, Brad, everybody does it, including yourself and I, but this is a visual trap called the far right edge trap. In other words, it's so easy to think to yourself, la, 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 la. Well, surely I caught it on this day, and look, here we go, we're at 15. Let's say I get out right here, I'm winning, et cetera, et cetera. But the truth of it is, on none of these, I mean, it's basically doing nothing until this day right here, which is 507. Okay, you would have caught it on 507 on the Momo channel, Alpha Predator, Biggest Gainers, all of them. But I want to just zoom in real quick here. See this candle? It went all the way to 598, but ended up at 361. You would have been in psychological pain. And only if you could have withstood that pain.
Only overnight, right? Just a tough night's sleep.
Right, only overnight. Most people, if they were chasing it, again, it's just a different type of animal is all I'm saying. It looks good in hindsight, but it's much harder to do in real life. And so, yes, we have all this. And so for everyone that has specific questions like Stuart, and Stuart, it's a great question. I want to just quickly say that our education material, both on YouTube and in our classes, is geared towards exactly this. You can send us an email and a support person will help you, or join a class where you can see, well, how do I find this type of consolidation? But remember, it only looks like consolidation in hindsight. So what you're really looking for is a breakout. But those breakouts happened here also and right here. And it was terrible going from 4 to 2. That's 100% down move. That just looks like nothing. So I want to get back to where we were right here, which is just this beautiful little turn. Okay, you're going up and you got to turn. So let's look at this. Again, the candle, and here you are. You're trying to catch this turn. And remember, look at this move right here to 9. So that's why I highlighted that before, and looks pretty darn good. So let's take a look at Ford. Notice again, now as we're moving towards different things, you're seeing just different types of these turnarounds and consolidations. Okay, so I'm going to switch to another stock. Okay, this one is the pre-breakout move, potentially. You know, you've got this uptrend, resistance, and if you go to the price action, and let's go to a little bit cheaper stocks that we potentially might like. Let's take a look at this. And here it is. So this is how you do it. Okay. Brad, one of these days you're gonna have to teach me how to get rid of Skype in those windows.
You getting all the notifications? Yeah.
I'm getting all of the notifications, but I think I got it. Let me move that real quick. Okay, so how are we on the questions? And I want to, again, just bring up the fact that on this webinar, I'm going to showcase the fact that we've redone all of our channels, and I'm going to give you a little quick surf here. So here's our momentum channel, and you can see there's a formula to it. Okay, Wall Street bets, similar. You're going to have a single stock window. These are the Wall Street bets kind of stocks, and it's covered in different ways. You have high short float. Okay, look at these. SPRT, support.com has 37%. I mean, Brad, I'm gonna have to probably buy this very soon in 401k, because if someone's short 37%, you know I have to take the other side of that.
I don't know, it's that HYMC that's standing out to me. All right, okay. There's got to be a little data issue going on with that one. 319%.
I bet you it's not. Brad. God, that Brad is good. He caught it. Brad, we're gonna have to get on this thing. First of all, you guys remember I keep talking to you about GameStop and the criminality that's going on in the stock market. Just ask yourself for 1 second, how is this possible? And remember what your friendly neighborhood CEO told you, that you take all the short float, and I'm not going to say it, Brad, I want you to say it. What do you do with the decimal point?
I don't know what you say, but you probably move it a direction to the left, maybe 2 points, 1 point.
To the right. So in this case,
To the right.
31,967% short. This is how I figured it out. That's the move. Because I know I've done the due diligence on GameStop. Let me just bring this up real quick. If it says 21, it's 2100.
That's right. I recall now.
And AMC is the same. 21.09. So it's 2100.09. And if you're going to HYMC, it's 31,960. Somebody hates this stock. What's the float? 59 million? Right. I don't even, let's see what these guys do. Mining of gold and silver, guys.
That's right up my alley right there.
This is right up our alley. I'm glad I told Brad about this stuff. All right, hold on a second. I mean, this is why you're here, ladies and gentlemen. You're here for this reason and this reason
Yeah,
only.
I mean, this is the perfect opportunity to set a trusty price alert right there.
That's absolutely right. Notice the price I'm putting in. And I'm saying you're getting high on gold and silver. See? Now, here it is. And if we're going from here to here, obviously, now that I have it in my stocks I like, I'm not going to miss it. These numbers are so critical, you guys. They're so critical. Same thing with, by the way, I'm in this stock, just for disclosure. I'm already long Clovis Oncology, and It's only short, let's see, 3,023%.
But to be fair, even at 30%, that's a very, very, very large number if you were to take it at face value. So
To be fair, as Brad said, correct. But do you notice, guys and ladies, I'm sure we have lots of ladies here, there was no configuration. You just clicked on this Wall Street Bets channel and instantly all of this is done for you. I love how that works. It's just beautiful. Okay, so let's go look at something else, EV related. Brad, remember I was going to tell you to let Andy and yourself know that we should cover this properly. I think Andy just didn't get there yet, but he's done most of it, not this part. But here we go, we're in EV related. We're just taking a look. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to take a look at it. Let's see here. Looks relatively interesting to me, so I'll highlight it. Just go through some of this stuff.
I mean, this is a great channel for when, you know, you start to notice one or two of these electric vehicle stocks really start to move. It's really one of those sympathy plays where you find that when one or two of these guys goes, the whole market really goes. And this is a great way to dive into that market and look at the different components of it.
And look at the AI was all over this. Look at this bottom pick right here. Look at this entry at 983. You know, people ask us, what does your AI do? And I just keep saying this, not all of them, but this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you into trades where you can stay in without CNBC and all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you didn't get it the first time,
you could have gotten it right here. And yeah, let me see if I can, let's see. Brad, you know what, also take a note. I think CCIB is missing from this only because it was a SPAC that hasn't become Lucid Motors yet. So maybe.
yeah, this channel right here is being built from some dynamic symbol lists that we have. And you're right, I think the CCIB is still an acquisition corp and hasn't made its way, but I can add some manual ones to it.
And of course, we should be able to find, let's see, Ride, possibly. I think if not, it's, oh no, here it is. And Ride's been on a pretty big ride from lows of 683. Again, we're talking about a large percentage.
They didn't make that jaunt easy though, did they? Boy, that was a.
They don't make it easy. Okay, but with trade ideas, you have a much better chance than anywhere else. Okay, and once again, I'm just channel surfing here. That's all I'm doing. I'm channel surfing without doing any kind of configuration, and it's all done for you. So I'm on the EV related channel. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. SPACs, still something interesting. And of course here, you do see the CCIB. And this is another play that I am in at 20. And here it's starting to make its move. It was an incredible move to 65, got annihilated, consolidated, and I would highly recommend that all of you guys keep an eye on this one, as it is touted at least as one of the legitimate Tesla competitors. And once again, already liked by me, but we have a whole channel for you of this sector.
Yeah, it's kind of like the newfangled IPOs. Not that IPOs don't exist, but this is a real new mainstream way of companies to purchase a shell company and merge in with that shell company and go public.
Correct, especially without all the investment banking fees and all that stuff. And so I'm in this one too, by the way, and I need to add this to my stocks that I like.
I did not know that.
Yes, I'm in this one, and it's actually just starting to make its move. And who was it? Stuart, you were talking about the consolidation. I mean, this is about as consolidated as it gets right here. So take a look at this. And again, you want to be in this above like 1020. So you click on the bell. Brad will make this adjustment. And looking good. I'm just doing this as a note because I'm already in. Okay. So we want to continue to showcase Simple steps that anybody here can do without any kind of programming or anything like that, okay? That's what I'm really trying to do with the software. You don't need to be a programmer. Think about Netflix. And if you've watched one movie, it'll recommend others, or Amazon. They all run by the same algorithm. It might be the same company who said that. But
It might be the same company.
It might be the same company. But to the tune of what Stuart was saying, Stuart, you see, as soon as you find something that looks interesting, we've got this similar tab. You can quickly go right here and click here and boom, notice. Similarity. This is what our software does. It does all the work for you. And all you have to do is just do a little bit of channel surfing. And it's as easy as scrolling down the list, going to stock surging, for example. And once again, we are the only vendor that has something like a change in 2 minutes. And the reason that you're seeing this sort is because you're trying to catch these moves kind of as they turn. Of course, if you had this on change from the close, you know, you'd see all the big winners. They would look like big winners, look like. But the reason we have this one sorted on the 2 minutes is you're seeing that turn, the upturn, the reefer. And here you have the daily. And again, notice that this looks like the thing that I keep talking about. And I'm gonna click on the bell, highlight the 277 and say breakout.
Maybe you could show the guys how you could just right click on the chart and get the price put in there. I know you don't like doing that, but God, it's so easy.
So let me do it. Okay, so here, let me find a better one. It looks a little tighter. Okay, so for example, I can right click right here and create an alert, and it brings up the same window but right at the price. So this window is attached to this thing. We just haven't put the price in it yet. And take a note. It's we have a lot of this type of functionality where you can do redundancy. It's more than one way to do the same thing. And by the way, for paper trading or actual trading, we have a buy and sell button that you can drag that I don't have set up yet because I just upgraded this new version. And by the way, we're going to make this more visible. So instead of BS, you can see buy and sell. Brad, who made that BMS anyways?
It seemed like the right idea.
I blame you. But we have these buy and sell buttons that you can literally drag on here, and they are your either simulated or, depending on if you're logged in, instructions to buy or sell visually. So the suite is fully functional that way. Today's whole presentation was to highlight the power, simplicity, and ease of getting to where you need to go just simply by channel surfing without needing to do anything else, okay? Just the channels are very powerful, and it's the reason why Netflix became so powerful, okay? And you have one, of course, for explosive winners.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I haven't, that one, the explosive winners and losers, they're not completed yet.
Thanks, Brad.
You stepped on the trap.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, but you get the idea. So these channels are here for you. They're set up, all iconized. Again, I'll just go to after hours. Didn't after hours work? Or am I crazy?
It did, but you may have gotten into some funky state once you clicked on the that channel, the gainers channel.
As I said before, I blame Brad. But guess what you can do? I can close this all up, go to new, and go to dot channel bar. And if I go to after hours, ta-da, we're back. So lots of ways to correct mistakes that you have made and fix things, okay? All right, you guys, this is really the highlight of the presentation today. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I'm just going to finish up the PowerPoint, but the highlight of everything today really had to do with simply working the docked windows. We have a new beta that's going to be coming out shortly with all of this functionality. And guys, I cannot tell you, we're adding some really good visuals to the charts, gradients. We're going to make this as pretty as TradingView or TC2000, because I know that's someplace where we had been lacking, but we're going to easily catch up there. So make sure you keep your eyes out. And on that note, take a look at this product if you're not ready for the full suite and you want to be kind of taking it a little bit slow. It's $17 a month. Strength Alerts, full portfolio trading system, once a week email that gives you 5 opportunities. I believe it comes Sunday for the week, and it's trade-ideas.com/strength. Our get to know the development team. We have a book from our new CTO, Dave Mabe, and it's trade-ideas.com/strategy, where he just talks about his approach to trading. We do lots of ebooks on all sorts of different topics, and this is our latest one. Barry, who's in this chat room, who's in this Q&A, is the moderator of our trading room, and I apologize, it's not a chat room, it's a trading room where he helps so many people all throughout the day, day in and day out, Monday through Friday. I highly recommend everybody sign up for this and meet the people who are doing this day in, day out, and Barry's there to help. Highly recommend it, and I think it's much easier now to check it out because there's some YouTube functionality. Isn't that where we're streaming it, Brad?
Yeah, it's being simulcast on YouTube.
Right, so it gets simulcast from you on YouTube, and I really suggest all of you take a look. Education, the thing that separates us from all of our competition, daily support sessions, every topic, things that Stuart was talking about, how do you find that consolidation and any other thing. And I only scratched the surface on the Q&As and what we can do. You can write your own formulas, indicators, anything you want with Trade Ideas, but that's for the support sessions and one-on-ones. Take a look at that at trade-ideas.com/live. My favorite slide. Please do not subscribe to Trade Ideas. If you are worried about $7.50 a day or $6.20 a day, or if you think that $2,200 a year is a lot of money for you to risk on this product, please, I beg you, do not subscribe to Trade Ideas.
Or if you even think you may want a refund.
Right, or if you think you want a refund for something that's going to cost you $130 for the month to try out, do not subscribe to Trade Ideas. I'm helping you. You may not want to be in the business of financial trading because it's one that has a lot of volatility with money. And if this is something that triggers you, and I'm not saying this flippantly, I'm just saying that you will not emotionally be able to handle it. So please don't do it. But if you are cool, and you should be cool, we have a promo code for you, Sunshine, all caps, 15% off your first month or a year off of Trade Ideas. And this slide does show you, and we cost less than a Subway lunch, okay? So trade-ideas.com/price.
Don't ever use Subway lunch as an example.
I know, sorry about that, but I saw that too. Okay, forget that. Your home lunch that you bought at the store and prepared yourself. We have podcasts on Friday, Sean McLaughlin and guests. Please check that out on your on your podcast search engine. Look for Trade Ideas and you will find it. And of course, we are very easy to get a hold of. And although your CTO and Brad Williams have all been kicked off of social media because we're patriots, there are some members of Trade Ideas that are still active on there, as you can see from this slide. At Trade Ideas, at QuanBot, at TI Steve G.
He keeps coming back, doesn't he?
He keeps coming back for more punishment. At C Barley has never been kicked off, and we don't want him to. 1734. Of course, like us on Facebook and other places where Brad and I are not allowed to go. Feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email at trade-ideas.com. Gabriel, we can't tell you about Subway, but you don't want to know. But if you email Brad, not me, he might tell you. Okay. Thank you everyone for your time on Wednesday during the week. We're grateful for your attention, and we hope that we helped you today get a little bit closer to achieving your financial goals. Scott, take it away, sir.
Yeah, I think you covered just about everything. We'll get that recording up a little bit later on this evening and send out an email update tomorrow, letting them know how to find it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.